Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball next. And there's a look at the starter this lineup will match up against as you take a look at his line on the right side of your screen. Now to the plate, Diego Corona. He will lead this one off today.
For Arizona, first baseman Diego Corona. No outs here.
Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. How do they get back into the win column here, Harold?
Well, Matt, they've really been struggling the last 3 or 4 games to score runs. They haven't been able to execute a bunt. They haven't been hitting, running. They haven't been doing the little things that maybe might jump them. And the biggest thing, the power has disappeared. So they've struggled the last 3 or 4 games.
Digging in the switch hitter, Britt Park. He brings an average in the 260s into this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Pitch inside the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. 2-0 count. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. HR, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matt, they're feeling it right now. You know, they're starting to play good ball. They're really playing good. And they're closing in on a division. And this time of the summer, it's all about baseball. You come to the park, the grass is green, you smell the hot dogs, and you're excited to play, even in the afternoon during batting practice. And that's what I see with this club right now.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 2-2 one more time. Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
The 2-2 one more time. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate. And the count holds at 2-2.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. Stepping into the box, Steve Villanueva. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. And here's a fastball called for strike one. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Now a swing going, look out, over in the third base dugout as that thing nearly took out half the coaching staff. The 0-2 delivery. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Halsey is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. One left for the Diamondbacks, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Wilson Ramos.
Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1.
Here we go now. Let's go.
And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball into the bleachers and out of here.
Yeah, this guy continues to impress with his bat. He's playing the most demanding position in the game, the position that takes the most out of you mentally and physically, and he's putting up these kind of offensive numbers. Catchers like that are like unicorns. Super rare.
Settling in now, Murray Leefer. He is, of course, a guy to be wary of if he gets on base. His stolen base total leads the ball club. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, Matt, we won't see a whole lot of arguing with Jerry. Jerry misses a pitch, he'll tell you, I missed it. What? And if you turn around and you ask him, Jerry, how far off the plate was that? He'll say, Hall of Fame pitch, HR, Hall of Fame. So, Jerry, you got my respect, man. I love him. And the players love him, and so do the pitchers.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Ready with another 0-2. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
I like the high fastball 0-2. Now I know he's sitting 1-2, but you showed him a great fastball. Now he's got to honor that, and you can set him up with anything.
1-2. Here it comes. Bounce to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Let's take a look at the Cubbies defensively, brought to you by Majestic. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed standard baseball. Well, he's really struggled. I mean, 0 for the series, but the confidence they have in him, he's still in the lineup. Let's see if he can break out right here.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Luke going back on it, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. And as the folks here at Wrigleyville are prone to do, that home run ball will make its way right back onto left field. So there. Now at the plate, Corey Pena. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Well, he got a high strike on a fastball right there. That's pretty unusual. Usually early in the count, you're going to see a guy work down in the zone. That high fastball, usually the put-away pitch with 2 strikes. He pitched him backwards right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
I mean, wow, swing the bat a little bit. I think he's been a little bit too patient right here. Those are pretty good pitches, and now he finds himself down 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound. And boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. The pitch. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
Too high. And it's 3-0.
3-0 to the opposing pitcher. Throwing strikes can be difficult sometimes, but nothing like not being able to throw it to the other pitcher. Man, it's got to be frustrating.
1 strike.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
2 good inside fastballs right there. Now he's sitting 0-2. I think he's probably going to have to protect the inside. I'd give him a curveball in the dirt and see if he chases it.
And now a pitch on the way. Lifted in the air out to right. Larson sprinting after it. And that retires the side. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the D-backs 2 and the Cubs nothing. At the plate, Darren James, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Oh, work it ahead. Get a good pitch right here. Here we go.
Softly hit out toward short. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Welcome back to baseball on the show from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Cloudgate there, a popular tourist destination in Millennium Park.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Diego Corona. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Lifted the other way out to left center. Halsey is right there, 1 down. So with 1 away, time for a check of the standings now in the National League Central as you see where the Cubs find themselves entering play here today. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Now batting, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Ball line foul as that'll get over the Cubs dugout.
Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Pitch on the way. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Knuckleball, and he can't pull the trigger. It's a called strike 3 for out number 2.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Hey, plays it first. Plays it first.
Into the box,
Right
Britt Park.
Britt Park.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first 2 outs were recorded quick because he came right after the hitter. I don't think that changes right now either. He's going to continue to be aggressive to this hitter as well.
And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the D-backs 2 and the Cubs 0. Digging in to try it again, Steve Villanueva. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
Oh, and 1, here it comes. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. And the pitch on 2-1. Drilled down the line, and it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. He's around first, heading for 2, and he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, sometimes you make the perfect pitch and you still give up a base hit. That ball's down, and he just scooped it out and drove it through the infield.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Wilson Ramos. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. A changeup over the inside corner.
Counts 1-1. Hey, check the runner, go 1.
Sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Murray Leefer. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Leefer.
Got one here.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
Check and go one right here.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering.
That's inside.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Two runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. This is hit softly to third. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done. Striding in, Brendan Drury. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Drury.
Hey, come on now, come on. Two down.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Right over the middle, knee high. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Oh, 1 pitch is a knuckleball that misses 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
That's a ball.
And a knuckleball in the dirt. On the ground up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Well, they get the 2-out RBI, but I go back to that error earlier in the inning that set the whole inning up, and the way it's playing out right now, that may really hurt them.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Two down here.
Here's the 1-0. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now. He's got a real good count at 2-0.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul.
Shot right here. Let's go.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And here's a ball hit in the air. Quinlan is there, and the side is retired. A run on a couple of hits here for Arizona. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Arizona's on top. Ready for another chance. Darren James comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Just keeping him close.
See it, drive it like you can. Here we go.
Pulled toward right center field. Herrera's there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Striding in once again, David Ortiz. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball one.
Hey, we got no one here.
Here it comes. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1.
What's a one here?
1-1. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here he comes again. 1-2. And another foul ball.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. At the plate, Diego Corona. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Corona.
First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Hey, here we go. Plays at 1 now.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Nope.
And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
And this is fouled straight back.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Line drive to left. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches,
Now batting.
batters make outs on
Center
balls
fielder.
they couldn't have hit much
Odubel
better.
Herrera.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
Into the windup and the pitch. Odubel Herrera is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. A changeup over the inside corner.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but those were 2 good pitchers' pitches. Both on the inside half, both for strikes. There's nothing you can do with it. You just got to hope now you get something to hit.
A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
Lifted the other way to left center. Calling for it, Luke. And that ends the inning. So nothing happening this time around. Home half of the 5th coming up. Diamondbacks lead. Digging in once again, Britt Park. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Park.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
Here we go now. Let's go.
And now a pitch on the way.
Ball.
2-0 now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Here he comes on 2-0. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
That's a good fastball down the zone. Now, some hitters are good low ball hitters, but that's exactly where you want to be.
And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Calling for it, Larson. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Wilson Ramos will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Cut hold.
Well, that's a good sign for him right there. A single, a hard hit. That's his 2nd hit of the game. Now, he's been hitting in the 220 so far most of the season. Maybe this is a start of good things for him ahead.
Standing in now, Murray Leefer, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1.
2 down, 2 down.
Ball.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Well, that changeup right there sets up a lot of things. Now the count's 2-2. He can come back in with a fastball, and it's going to look like it's moving a little bit better. Or he can go back to that changeup.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. On to the bottom of inning number 6. Mike Moustakas will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch it. A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Conrad Campanella wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year.
This pitcher's vital contribution is not overlooked.